Okay guys, welcome back. This is day 3 and this day is legs. So quite a few exercises for legs. If you can't do them all in the beginning, that's perfectly okay. Just choose the ones that you can do and then work your way out to others. So the first exercise is a deep squat. So when we're doing a deep squat, one of the things we want to do is we want to make sure that we get down into that position where I told you that you sort of want to push your little booty back a little bit. So sometimes it's advantageous to actually do these with the chair behind you. I'm going to do it on the riser, but basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to squat. I'm going to squat down until my booty almost touches the riser, and then I'm going to come back up and I'm going to do a little squeeze here. Now, not necessary to go into the deep squat if you don't want to. You just want to make sure that your squat is good, that form is right, the little booty is going back and up. Of course, for those of you who are getting a little more advanced with this, you could take this down, you could actually touch the bench, and then pull back up. So sometimes I take it down, I sit on the bench, release my feet, and then push myself back up. Definitely great exercise for the legs, the quadriceps, which is what we're working today. Again, if you can't do that, just take the squat as far down as you feel like you're comfortable. Now, the second exercise is a squat leg kickback. So I'm going to remove the bench here for a second. And basically you're just going to go down into a little squat and you're going to kick your leg back. So we're going to go down into a squat and we're going to kick the leg back. Now, for this exercise, you want to put your feet together. So we're going to go down into a close squat, lift the leg back. Close squat, lift the leg back. Again, we are in a close squat. You can see my knees are not over my toes. I'm going to come back up and I'm going to squeeze that leg back. All right? Now, if you're uncomfortable with your feet together, try it apart. Squat down, lift the leg back. Squat down and lift the leg back. So we're working quadriceps and back leg bicep at the same time. Now, for the third exercise, this is called a lunge side over. This one's a little more complicated, but once you get it, you'll do just fine. So what you're going to do on this one is you're going to position your bench. You're going to take the outside leg. You're going to step up, and all you're going to do is just sort of lunge back on the opposite side. All right? Squat into a lunge back, and squat into a lunge back. Now, you wouldn't necessarily have to use a riser here if you didn't want to, but I'm using it. Squat. I like that little extra space I get so I can really push up and I can go back into the lunge. But again, you could do these on the floor if you wanted to. Okay, the next exercise is a run, hold, run. So we can do this one without the weights. So basically what you're going to do is work in that back leg bicep. You're going to get into a runner's position. You're going to run both legs. And then the hold is going to be a little bit of a pulse. You're going to go pulse, 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 pulse. I always do little 8 repetitions. So then I'll run, push, and push, push, and hold. So you can do it however you choose to. I always like to push that leg back, that foot back as you're pushing back with your heel, so you know that you're working the gluteal area. So you're going to run, keep that core tight, run, and then as long as you can hold your posture here, push back, all right? So run, run, hold, nice little fun exercise that we can do for our legs. Now, the next exercise, and I know we're doing a lot for the legs, is an in-out squat. So for the in-out squat, you're going to go down into the squat, and your feet are just going to go out and in and out and in and out and in. Okay? So you're working different parts of the gluteal. You have minimal, maximal gluteal. We're working different parts of that. When we get low like that, we're really pulling all this back up so it's nice and round and nice and tight. So squat, in-out squats, pretty simple, going down, feet are out, feet are in, feet are out, and feet are in. All right. The next exercise is a frog leg bridge. And we just did the bridge toms on day 2. And it's basically going to be very similar to that. I'm not going to put my mat down, but I'm just going to go ahead and lay on the carpet and show you this. So we're going to get into that, back into that supine. And for this one, hands are here. We're going to squeeze here. And as we squeeze the knees together, we are actually working the medial gluteal. So down, squeeze, down, squeeze, down, squeeze. Okay. And again, those are all things that you can do, you can modify. If you can't squeeze all the way together, you're only going to squeeze as far as you can. Now, your last exercise is again for the back leg bicep, and it's called a deficit lunge. So basically all you're going to do is you're going to go back onto your bench and you're going to step back. So I'm going to step up on my bench. I'm going to take my weights. I'm going to step back into the lunge. Now, lunge position. Knee is bent, 90-degree angle. Same thing here. Push back up. Now, I usually like to do all on one leg first. So numerous repetitions, and then I would go to the other leg. But feel free, if you're not that strong, you do one leg and then the opposite leg. I can't tell you how important form is. So watch the lunge, toe is here, you just drop the knee, you push back off the toe, and back up. So nice control there. All right, lots of exercises that you can choose for quadriceps and back leg biceps. Enjoy.